You made a comparison with you and Nas, man. Everybody was talking about it. Now, why out of everybody you pick Nas, bro?
I didn't do it.
They asked him.
No,
they asked him a question.
New song?
No.
You don't like Ace Trumpets?
What's so great about it?
It's so good.
You're not in my top 50. You might be in Charlemagne's top 50 and things like that,
What's the top
but
50?
you haven't done that much for me in my life. Like, I didn't never want to be like Pusha. I never had a Pusha moment.
Jim Jones really thought he could come after the legends like it was no big deal. First, he went after Nas, then Pusha T, dissing them back-to-back like he wanted to end his own career. Now, his spot in the rap game is barely hanging on. Just a few reckless comments and the whole culture turned on him. He said Nas was never really that impactful and even called Pusha T overrated. Then he bragged, "I made Nas go viral again." Like what?
My son can't tell you one Nas record. You heard? Like, let's keep it a buck.
That one reckless quote started everything. Some people say that was the exact moment Jim crossed a line he can't come back from. What happened next didn't feel like regular rap beef. Felt deeper. Like the culture was slowly pushing him out on purpose. The same culture he once helped build is now treating him like he's old news.
I admired Nas. But remember, Nas' first record, The Barbecue, came out when I was in 11th grade. So Nas was my idol when I was young. Like, you dig? Came to dressing, the wordplay, the music, everything. I was a superior Nas fan. Period. I'd never take that away from him. But then, as I got in the game, you got to realize that your rivals will be idols, and not to take anything away from that. I developed my own style and my own lane that these kids start to gravitate towards the same way I gravitated towards Nas when I was younger and things like that. It's a whole different generation.
That quote spread like wildfire, and then came the consequences. His Summer Jam performance mysteriously got cut with no explanation. Pusha T is still going hard and not letting up. So what really happened here? Was this just Jim's ego spinning out of control? Or did he poke at something bigger, something that was already planning his downfall? Let's be honest. He didn't just throw shade at Nas's recent songs. He tried to erase the legacy of a man who shaped hip-hop since the 90s. Let's break it down.
I came into light and started going crazy that these kids love me. They don't really know who Nas is. If he's 22, he's born in 03.
Not all of them. Some of them know.
You know what I mean?
A lot of them know.
Jim Jones didn't just say this anywhere. He said it on the Joe and Jada podcast, a chill place known for jokes and stories, not starting beef with hip-hop legends. But instead of backing down, Jim doubled down like he couldn't be touched. He claimed Nas never meant that much to the culture and even hinted that his own Billboard stats might be stronger than Nas's. Like, seriously?
Yeah, Jimmy boy, you should have never brought this up. Y'all are only 3 years apart, and Nas is just like murdering you. You asked us to look up the stats, and here they are. Like, Jim Jones, like, you got a couple songs. I mean, like, literally, it's a couple. But we're talking about Nas. Let me show y'all Nas's last projects. Nas been getting it in since 2018. Jimmy, when the last time you put out an album? Oh, would you look at that? You have been dropping music. You really been dropping music. But nobody's heard it. Nobody's listening.
Let's be real. Nas isn't just a rapper. He's part of the foundation of hip-hop. Illmatic is literally studied in universities. His rhyme skills still keep veteran rappers up at night. And King's Disease was a reminder that Nas is still evolving and still dangerous. Meanwhile, Jim is out here talking like he just dropped The Chronic or changed the whole genre. This isn't even about rap anymore. It's just ego.
I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say. I know I made a little boo-boo when you talk about the sales and all this type of shit. I don't feel like getting into that rhetoric about where I started and where he started.
Well, you said that bullshit.
But listen, Nas was nice when I was in high school. When I was in 10th grade, Nas came out. Nas was dope. We appreciate him. He had a little bit run.
And the craziest part, he brought his own kid into it. Like, bro, what kind of example is that? You're beefing with legends and involving your child like it's a family drama. The internet didn't hold back. People came for him hard. Side-by-side comparisons popped up everywhere. Every Nas award, every sold-out tour, every certified classic lined up against Jim's stats. And let's just say it wasn't looking good.
But Nas always came up second to Jay and DMX and all these other people. Like, he
Ain't
never
no
had
shame in that. There
he
a lot
never
of
had-
folks
he
came up
never
second
had
to
that
Tom
type of-
Brady.
He never had that type of influence on us, except for his first album.
All of this over a hot take no one asked for, a one-man mission to rewrite hip-hop history. And now he's getting roasted for it. Most people would apologize or just go quiet. Not Jim. He doubled down. He went on Nightcap, looked Shannon sharp in the eye, and tripled down. He said, Nas never had the influence people think. Then he pushed it even further, saying Nas was always in second place. But second to who? Jay-Z? DMX? That argument doesn't make sense. These three weren't even playing the same game.
I already told you, I used to want to dress like Nas because he had a lot of fresh clothes that the hustlers used to wear and shit, and we used to see him on TV. He had one of the illest albums of all time. And then in high school when he had the barbecue and shit like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly and shit like that.
Nas brought poetic, deep-thinking energy. Jay-Z was all slick talk and business moves. DMX was raw emotion and unfiltered chaos. Each had their own style. Comparing Nas to Jay or DMX is like comparing Kendrick Lamar to Future. Two totally different vibes, two different legacies. Saying Nas never led the pack isn't a hot take. It's straight up rewriting history. And the crazy part is, Jim even admitted he was a fan. He said he wanted to dress like Nas when he was a teen. So now he's trashing a 30-year legacy because of one movie Nas did in 1998? That sounds delusional. This isn't about facts anymore. Feels personal. Jim is acting like he needs Nas to rank lower just to feel better about his own place. This isn't rap beef, it's about positioning. Jim wants to force his name into the GOAT conversation. What he really revealed is his deep insecurity about not being seen as one of the greats. And it's obvious.
What I did for Nas probably never been done for him in his life. He's never been that viral at all, ever. Ever. He's never been talked about like this ever in his life.
Now, has Nas done that?
You did. The last time he was in some shit like this where people were comparing was when him and Jay was
I knew you
beating
gonna
on
say
him.
that.
You heard? You did? Like, and I don't want to talk about other people's career, but let's just get to the
Have you spoken
semantics
to
of
Nas
it.
since the whole Nas? Okay.
Huh? I don't know Nas to have a conversation with him. We don't have a conversation, we can have that too much shit like that. You dig? Like, I don't really
One
care.
thing-
On Bag Fuel, Jim said the most delusional thing yet. He didn't just say Nas wasn't relevant or call him second best. Jim claimed, I made Nas go viral again. Like he personally revived one of the most respected MCs ever. According to him, the whole culture should thank him for reminding people Nas exists. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. But the internet wasn't having it. One fan clapped back hard. The only reason you're being talked about is 'cause you're saying wild stuff about Nas. That's it. Another posted, the disrespect coming from Jim is insane. I'm tired of it. You don't earn points by dragging legends. And that's the truth. Nas never stopped working. He dropped 3 albums in 5 years, won a Grammy, and played sold-out shows. Nas has been consistent. Jim's been podcast hopping for clout. He thought he was starting a trend, but really, he lit the fuse for his own career's funeral. Let's rewind to 2024. The Louis Vuitton Spring-Summer Show in Paris. Pure power in one room, Beyoncé, Jay-Z, Rihanna, LeBron. Cameras flashing, history being made. Pharrell debuts his first collection as the new head of Louis Vuitton menswear. Big moment. But then the beat drops and everything changes. This wasn't just background music, it was CLAPS. After 10 years, Pusha T and No Malice came back strong with a brand new unreleased track. And the lyrics? The energy shifted. Even Jay-Z was feeling it. This wasn't just a diss, it was war. And the timing? Perfect. The biggest fashion event of the year became a battlefield. They aimed straight at Jim.
You chasing the feature out of your element. And don't slap down, it's under inspection. The question marks block your blessing.
Everyone knew that chasing a feature out of your element line was about Jim. He tried to ride the wave by teaming up with Drake after Drake was honored by Dipset in Harlem. But that's the same Drake who got destroyed by Pusha in the story of Adidon and still hasn't fully recovered. This wasn't a random diss on SoundCloud. This was Pusha playing chess, not checkers. Paris Fashion Week became a stage for revenge.
Can you sing along the 5 Pusha T records right now? His records.
Yes.
His records?
Yeah.
Name them.
Love Pusha. Nostalgia.
Oh, you was a Pusha T fan. I didn't know he had fans like that. Can you name 5 Pusha T records? No, his records. Pusha T, I love your soul, my dog. You're not in my top 50. You might be in Charlemagne's top 50 and things like that, but you haven't done that much for me in my life. Like, I didn't never want to be like Pusha. I never had a Pusha moment in my life. I never thought, like, you dig? Like, where I'm from, niggas want to be like you if you was really that dude and that rapper and things like that.
Wayne wanted to be like Pusha.
Shit.
He was influenced by Pusha.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's why Pusha did the Mr. Me Too record.
Okay, cool. You a very strong Pusha T fan. But what else has he bring to the game? Did he make people want to dress like him? Did he have some slang that everybody was talking like him? There be the girls, all the girls wanted to do him. Like, what is the... You did?
And don't forget the deeper meaning. This wasn't just about bars. It was about the moment. The setting made it even more powerful. Pharrell produced the track. Yes, the same Pharrell who helped shape CLAPS' entire sound. A man tied to both Virginia street life and fashion royalty.
The future is not something you wait for. It's something you build. It lives in the hands of the doers, the dreamers, the people who refuse to stand still. Resorts World is more than a casino. It's energy. It's opportunity. It's hope for the borough. A second chance for some, a first step for many. It's where community gathers, not just to win, but to build a future once imagined. This isn't just business, this is legacy. And now, it's time to invest in us.
Interview 13. They dropped Chains and Whips, a track made inside Louis Vuitton's Paris HQ, looking out over the Seine River. Yeah, it's that deep. Pharrell even told the New York Times while pointing out the exact window. This was made in this room. We just started walking around looking out this window. And you see all this? I mean, we're beating the system, bro. While Pusha was making chess moves in Paris, Nas was building an empire back in Queens. He launched Resorts World Queens, a massive 350,000 square foot casino project backed by a $5 billion plan. That's not just a celebrity deal. That's Nas creating generational wealth for his borough. Meanwhile, Jim is bragging about Summer Jam like it's still 2008. Nas didn't need to drop a diss track, he dropped receipts. And they hit harder than any bars could. Fans noticed. One comment said, someone else can't stop yapping because he's chasing viral moments. Meanwhile, Nas is out here making real boss moves. That's the energy. When you're truly rich, respected, and still relevant, your actions speak louder than words. Jim got humbled fast. Summer Jam 2024 was supposed to be his big moment. But when he got on stage, crickets. Then came the real blow. Funkmaster Flex, who always backed Jim, cut his set short. You could see it hit Jim. This was his big shot, but he brought drama instead of hits.
He went viral on the Spotify Rap Caviar podcast.
Yes.
About Pusha T.
People don't like people, yeah. See, there we go. And then look what happens. But I'm ready for all things, man. Shouts to Pusha, shouts to that guy, shouts to the CLAPS. I mean, congratulations.
Do you like the new song?
No, but you know.
You don't like Ace Trumpets?
What's so great about it?
It's so good.
It's good.
It's so, oh man.
It's good.
So yeah, there's something going on that you ain't tell us about, bro.
It's good in what? A nostalgic value of it.
You don't think Ace Trumpets is hard?
I don't believe them. But that's a whole nother story. I don't want to downplay nobody's craft.
Till Jim wasn't done. He dropped another diss, and this time it got personal. After that legendary Louis Vuitton moment, Pusha stayed quiet publicly. But behind the scenes, word is he's far from finished. Insiders say the CLAPS reunion album is packed with surgical-level disses aimed straight at Jim. That Paris track was just the start. The rest is even darker. Some are calling it the Coke Bear moment. Push isn't just sending warnings anymore. He's stepping into the villain role and he loves it. He's not holding back. Jim keeps talking, the next round might be lyrical murder. And it's not just about the lyrics, it's about the strategy. Push's comeback is backed by billionaires, fashion icons, and major stages. Meanwhile, Jim is rapping in Harlem alleyways, trying to bring his career back using the same beat he just got destroyed on. Yeah, you heard that right. Jim tried to flip chains and whips into a response track. He even dragged No Malice into it, and that crossed the line. You want to go at Pusha? Fine. But bringing up No Malice, a man who left rap, found faith, and changed his life, that's not just a diss. That's disrespect. Pusha hasn't responded yet, but if you know him, he doesn't move fast. He moves smart. And when he strikes, it's precise. Jim made his biggest mistake when he dissed CLAPS' new single Chains and Whips during an interview. One last desperate jab. He tried to act cool, saying, "I never really listened to CLAPS." But that fake chill didn't fool anyone. His insecurity was all over his face. Deep down, he knows they cooked him. Now the entire culture has turned. It's not just Nas and Pusha closing the chapter, it's everyone. Blogs are flaming him. Even Dipset fans are telling him to stop. This wasn't beef. This was a reality check. Jim walked into a ring with legends and got crushed by silence, strategy, and billionaire precision. He's not trending. He's not on the charts. He's not even part of the conversation. And the twist? CLAPS' full album hasn't even dropped yet. That might be the final nail in the coffin. So if you thought this beef was wild, just wait until you hear what's coming next.